Magic Power by Triumph. Here's a quick run through. On the D chord, and we're doing most of our stuff with the first string, which means putting this pinky here on the 3rd fret and getting this second finger here on the 2nd fret, and that's where we're doing most of our stuff all the way through this part of the chord, this part of the chord pattern. And we're starting on the open 4th string, and we're just kind of picking up and then down again, and we're starting with this finger off. And the second time through, we're going to do a Alright, I'm not going to show you a lot of the right hand stuff because it's basically just going up and down. You can sort of figure it out what's going on there. The second time, the next time through, we're changing our pattern from a D to a C. And what we're doing is we're keeping our ring finger where it is. Take everything off, put your 2nd finger here on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And we're not going to play the 4th string at all for this part. And we're just going to put our 1st finger here on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And so you're basically picking this note and then going up and down on those 3 strings. After that, we're moving our bass note down 1 again to the 2nd fret, and we're changing our fingers. We're going to use our 1st finger again, and now we're going to use our 2nd finger here on that same fret to go off and on. So once again, that's our bass note, and we're ignoring the 4th string, and we're going up and down. And then back to the one we just did. So he does that a few times, and then we have another change, which is we'll take it that far for now. And then we're doing that C chord. Now this is a C with an added D and an added G. So you normally do your C kind of like that. You're switching those fingers here on the bass strings for these 2 fingers, and you're putting your 2 fingers right here on the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd string, and let that G note, 3rd string, ring out. You can play actually all the strings except that low G, that low E for this. Okay. Oops. So after that complicated C chord, actually all we're doing is we're keeping these 2 fingers where they are, and we're moving our bass note down 1 to the 2nd fret. And you can actually play the open D here if you want to. Play every note except that top E. Then once again we're keeping these 2 fingers right where they are. You're going to be picking those bass notes, which is the 6th string now, on the 3rd fret and on the 2nd fret, and kind of go back and forth. I go back and forth between the 2nd and 3rd strings. You can actually pick 2 strings that sound good to you on the higher strings. As long as you're forming this chord the way it is, you can feel free to pick whatever strings you want. Okay, and then we're going into just an E minor. which is these two fingers on the second fret of the fourth and fifth strings. Yeah, that's pretty easy actually. And then we're moving on to a D with an F sharp bass. This is a chord I really like and I use it a lot. And it's easy. This one happens to be easy for me, but it may not be for you. You're doing a D. Take your first finger off where it is, and put your middle finger there, and put this finger, your first finger, here on the second fret of the sixth string, and stop that fifth string from ringing with the meat of your finger. And that becomes a D chord with an F sharp bass. Try not to play the high E if you can. After that just comes a poor man's G chord. You can put that finger there, I guess, if you want. It's a G with that third finger right there. You can add your pinky here too if you want, but it's not really necessary. And then from there it just goes to a standard run-of-the-mill A chord. Let me try to play it through once. After that, we're just basically doing fifth chords, which are da, da, and da, fifth, fourth, and third frets, fifth, fourth, and third strings, and we're starting on the fifth fret. And if you want to simplify this even more, you can actually just use the fifth and fourth string, and they'll sound just fine together. And then move it all down to the third fret. Now the only tricky part is the chord after this is you're sliding this finger down one fret and leaving this finger where it is. I kind of switched to my pinky there because I can't quite stretch far enough with those fingers. It's a little uncomfortable. So fifth fret here of the fourth string and second fret here of the fifth string. So let's do that again. I'll just do the chord pattern like this. That it just goes to an A, B, which is just we're just using fifth, fourth, and third strings here. Then a C, one fret up. Then a G, which is starting on the sixth string instead of the fifth. And we repeat that pattern again, which is A, B, then we go back to an A. After that, actually, we're just going into the chords that we've already learned, which is the D, then that C, then this is actually a G. Now here you can just, because you have a lot of distortion on, you can just sort of hit the third fret here of the sixth string, and then the second fret, and then go into the E minor. Then do that weird D with the F sharp.